Hello and welcome to a very special video. So this will be once it's posted, it'll be my 100th video on YouTube. So right now you're not gonna actually, well, many of you won't actually be able to recognize this, but this happens to be the old server. Unfortunately, it never made it onto YouTube. For a couple different reasons. One, I didn't have the ability to record while we were playing on it, and two, overnight, one night actually, somebody got on and actually burnt down pretty much the entire server. So I am in a creative backup that I did probably about a month before that happened. I would be doing this in a survival backup. However, it's obviously not possible to do that. So, during this video, I'd also like to thank all of my subscribers. So I guess I'm going to start by thanking my subscribers, and then we'll proceed with this tour. Alright, so first one on the list would be Toast Live, and then Mark Metcalf, and then Bouncer Fallen. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. If I did not, my apologies. Leslie Sharp, Jessica Cosmo, Pablo Gutt, Tyler Johnson, Undead FX, XXVII Gaming, Stevo Stewart, Liam Diamond, Renee, Gunnar Shaja. My apologies, I know I didn't pronounce that one correctly. Connor Fury, Lauren Thomas, and the Jadols, which is Jesse. Oh, look at that, we even got a little buddy over here. Alright, anyways, I really do appreciate your guys' support for this channel. It has been great as far as you guys. I hope you guys continue to enjoy this channel and stay with me for the ride. So here we go with the tour. So this was the original spawn. I did end up glitching it, so there ended up being 2 starter chests that would constantly spawn, which I thought was pretty crazy. I don't know how I managed to do that. So the first thing we did, this bridge was actually a later thought. This was not even close to the first thing. So the first thing we did was wandered over here, and we did a lot of terraforming. So as you can tell, there's a lot of development over here, actually. So we're going to kind of go through, we're trying my best to go through everything. So, to start with, the first thing that I built was my base. This is my base. And I am, oh, of course, we have an issue getting into my base, actually. There's another portal. Oh, well, we could just walk right through. But originally this was made out of wood. It was not this shape. It was a square that went out to here and back, and then here and back. But as I managed to get materials, I expanded it, kind of made a rounded shape, managed to put down all of my chests. I'm pretty sure this covers almost everything in the game, for the most part. And then I end up accumulating more chests, and there's a couple people who joined that never really stuck around, I guess. And these are all gold swords. But anyways, alright, so from there, what are these? I believe these are furnaces, yes. And then some miscellaneous junk in each one of these chests. So anyways, from there, I expand upwards, added a balcony, and over here another balcony, the beacons. Actually, funny enough, I want to say every single beacon in this world was actually attained through me. With that being said, not everyone is owned by me. Majority of them are. But we'll go through that as well. So this happens to be the only nether portal that's actually in the town. and which is kind of cool. So now I built upwards even more. Of course, this is not in order, but I built upwards, and actually this ended up being a mob system. Very inefficient, but up here you can kind of, if I can get in here, I don't know what these blocks are, but you can just see them fall, one of them fall. But it's very inefficient, but it was enough for me at the time. I believe it's supposed to auto kill them. And there's stuff in here. And this entire base works on the fact that there is a jump boost around. Oh yeah, and then totally forgot about this until just barely. Which floor is it? Ah, right there. Can we get down here? Okay, I do have it taken off safe. But there's also a diving platform that people could jump off. And it's pretty sketchy. You would think you would clip that, but you wouldn't. Alright, so then we got the house next to us. Unfortunately, this guy no longer plays. Actually, no, we got my basement. I'm not quite done with my base yet. So we got my basement. Pumpkin melon farm. Really, really bad cactus farm. Like, really bad. This villager at the time was ridiculous, yeah. For 4 emeralds, too. So I got him down here. I think there might have been another villager down here at one point. And then I had a baby zombie in armor here, too, and but like I said, it got burnt down. And then this was our, like, news board. Sugarcane farm, and some another wart. Originally, this was all built. Well, all these villagers was obtained by 2 villagers that I cured. And then we got like storage, more storage down here, and then we got 4 auto smelters. I want to say this was the culprit to why everything got burnt down, because I believe they just came in here, took buckets of lava, fire spread this on. Unfortunately, you know, people, I guess they might have just been jealous. Must have been jealous. Wasn't cool though. If you come down here, this is the one of the beacon rooms. Not much to see here. Actually, there was a blue block on here. I don't know if I ever replaced it. Yeah, there's a blue block there. Anyways, like I said, this is a backup of the world, so, or one of the creative backups I performed prior to it burning down. So I'm not entirely sure what there is. I'm not even sure how long this is going to be, but hopefully for those who actually play on this server, like Jesse and Juice, they can reminisce. I might even show what is now of it. I'm not going to go through everybody's base. This is Pablo's base. If you come over here, he has a hole down in bedrock, and then off from that, there was a bunch of tunnels. He bought this beacon for me as well. Off from that was a bunch of tunnels, and that's where I fought most of my withers. Huge sugarcane farm. I'm not going to really go in, but you can kind of see the scale of it. 3 floors. Then he has his own storage room, and then we made cow and sheep farm. And there was, last I knew, there was 1 of each color sheep, but I'm not sure in this backup. And then I went ahead and I proceeded to make a chicken farm. These are all old villagers, keep in mind. This was before the new biomes and stuff. So we could actually like manage to get 2 villagers, one that we would get our diamond stuff from, and then one that would buy chicken and wheat from us, which is nice. And over here we got an egg farm. That was pretty decent too. This is just a barricade. Over here we have, I'm not trying to go too fast, but I know how much time this is going to take. Over here we have a 4-sided map wall. Well, 3 I guess. I thought it was 4. So kind of theme of this was everybody to pick a color, and then we build onto that. So that's where this bridge actually came from, and the starter storage room, which also hooks up to the nether. And then we had a couple people who did not obey rules. Well, 1. Actually, I think there would end up coming to be a second one eventually, but didn't make it onto this update, or this backup. Yeah, there was some stuff that didn't make it onto this backup, unfortunately. So yeah, if you walk down this bridge, there's actually, blue was me, so I never got to put up my own sign. But then you got like Lauren, Scion, you got Unsentinel, light blue, I think that is. Juice was red. That is Jesse. He was white. IX Predator. I want to say he ended up actually burning down the town at one point. Scott, green. Nelly Boy, black. And Weetini, I eventually kicked off from the server. He was pink. But if we go back this way, there's a lot to look at. I built this path one night. I was getting bored, and this is the thrill area. So there's like a little. This was originally going to be a food area. I think all I got was the watermelons in here, and I wanted to get a couple villagers in here, anyways. So that's why it's kind of designed like that. And then there was this thrill area. I tried to make this as decent looking as possible, but it didn't come out to be so. This is supposed to be like a mini game area where you sleep. It's kind of cool because you can actually see it. Sorry, I got the hiccups too, I guess. You can see it from the outside. And then up here, there's just some lighting to prevent mobs. A couple nether portals. Nobody actually ended up building into these. These were supposed to all be like stalls and such. There's like a balcony out here that was never fully completed. This side has a little balcony-ish. And over here, so this was supposed to be a roller coaster that yet again never got to finish. Just because there weren't enough time before, server did get destroyed and everybody kind of lost interest. This is supposed to be an archery area where you shoot the lamps. Turn them all on. I think there was, I want to say there was 10, I don't know, 7 I guess. I guess there's 7. This is kind of a fun game where you get in here and you click on these buttons up here and you keep clicking on them and you try and crush your player. We had quite a bit of fun with, or your opponent, we had quite a bit of fun with that. This is going to be, for anybody who did watch my Minecraft videos, this is going to be very familiar. So this is essentially the smaller version of Lucky Break, or that dice game that I created. And this was actually pretty fun too. Nelly Boy played it a lot. I think Scott played it a few times. But every time Scott played it, I think he ended up getting the crappy end of the stick, per se. But this was actually something I was planning on really developing, but never got a chance to fully do it. This was some kind of game that I can't remember who was working on this. I don't know if this was Nelly Boy or Weetini or Scott. I don't even know, but it doesn't look terribly great. I don't think they had the resources that they wanted to build it with at times, so they're going to come back and replace blocks. Alright, so if we go back over to spawn. My apologies if you are not a big fan of Minecraft. I just thought this was pretty reminiscent, and it was requested to actually do this. So this is Weetini's base. He was pretty upset because the zombies kept coming in, breaking out his doors, stealing his doors. I think ultimately ended up driving, was another thing that drove him to burn down the server, because like I said, I believe it was him. This is another guy. I don't even remember who this was, really. They got a sign up here. KEFTT Lightning. This base is ridiculous, in my opinion. Really nice base. He played one day, and never came back on. Unfortunately, this is where I would hang out from time to time. Remember some funny moments over here with Juice. But unfortunately, like I said, they never came back on. Really nice base, though. I wish that they would come back to play Minecraft. But anyways, I remember helping him build this pool. It's kind of a cool pool. Should be some lighting. I'm not even sure how to get down to that lower level. But I want to show off this base. There's only going to be a few bases to show off. Oh, yeah, there's a stairway. I believe that this is just storage. But yes. Alright, moving on. But the whole purpose of this episode is to show you guys my appreciation to you, and to kind of let you know that I am really appreciative, even though I do complain a lot. Alright, so another one, 2 more of my builds. This was an automatic wheat farm. I was gonna make one of these in the last server. You flick this and it spits out bone meal, and you can just plant it there. Designed by Impulse SV. If you have not checked him out, I highly recommend that you do. Alright, so we got some horses. I don't know where dairies ended up. But that was one of my horses. I had 2 horses in here, Tyrese and Dairies. Oh, and I had Mueller, I guess. Pigpan. And we had Lauren's horse, Snowflake. Nelly Boy had a horse. I don't know whose horse this is. I made that stall. I'm not terribly impressed by it, actually. So this is Jesse's house. This is kind of a nice house as well. There's a cat over here. I'm not sure whose cat that is. But it's very simple. I'm pretty sure he took it off from YouTube, this design. Water. I don't know if I care for the water, to be honest. But his house actually took one of the hardest hits when the server was burned down. Basically all he has is a framework left. This is Nelly Boy's house, right? Yeah. I'm not sure if this was Nelly Boy's house. I can't remember off the top of my head. Nelly Boy, if you are watching this, let me know down in the comments below. This was either Nelly Boy's house or one of his friends. I can't remember off the top of my head. Another thing that I built was this, and we're going to get to a really impressive gold and iron farm too, so make sure you stick around. So this was another thing that I built. This was very progressive as well. There's a zombie spawner down here. It's a pretty efficient zombie farm too. Everybody used this, like, this was constantly being in use. I'm not even sure what word. But yes, you can. There's books and bows over here and such. You could enchant. This was back in the old enchantment where you didn't know what you were going to get. Back here, there's a secret door that I could flick the switch and would retract the blocks. It's kind of hard to see now. Over here, I did end up catching a magma cream. Obviously, that despawned or something happened to that as well. It was named. It was the baby one, which was kind of cool. But this was a minecart. This I didn't care for. This blue and stone checker pattern. And then I had my enchanting room. And this is back when literally Lapis did not have purpose. This was just more storage for me, I guess, at the time, and in my own enchantment setup. I think there was really only like 2 or 3 enchantment steps in the town. I can't go back through the portal. We will get there. Alright. He didn't play too much, but this is his house. I'm not going to go in. He had a horse in there for the longest time. I've already seen Pablo's. This was a library that I created with pop-up setup. This was another one of the enchantment setups, which I thought looked really nice. This was also where like people were going to be able to sell books and stuff and put in their written books, because written books was something you could do. I believe all these cats are actually mine. I don't know how that one got over there by Jesse's. This was supposed to be a mass sugarcane farm, but never actually got completed. I'm not sure how to get down there. Not that makes much of a difference. Let's see real quick if. No, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get in there. But essentially, what it was gonna do was it was supposed to go all the way from bedrock all the way up to whatever level we are at now. I don't have a map on me, unfortunately, but that was that. This is Juice's old house. You can probably recognize it based on how he builds, because he builds the same house pretty much every time. Upstairs, some pot plants, bed. His crafting room, storage downstairs, and then this led to his mine, which crisscrossed with everybody's because nobody really had an efficient way to mine. Alright, so let's proceed down the row. Over here, this was Lauren's house. I missed this completely. This is Lauren's house. This was actually something she built all by herself. Never actually got finished. And she actually gave us cake, each one of us cake, for whatever reason. I can't remember why, so we ended up spamming her with cake. And she's got this iron golem. I don't know. I think she built it to do one of the achievements. Alright, then there was a massive wheat farm for villager trading. Wheat and carrot farm. Carrot was for food. The wheat was to trade with. And it was crazy. This is Wheateen's house. He ended up stealing a lot from me, so I ended up kicking him out of the game. This was, can't remember, but this was one of the another player's relative. They never finished. There was supposed to be a pathway that was supposed to go through this mountain out to the other side. There was supposed to be a shopping district back here, but that was never completed as well. Another 2 more things I built. This is the iron golem farm. I am telling you, this was a lot of work. It is essentially a triple iron golem farm. I don't think this back one ever completely worked, unfortunately. But it was quite fun building, but I spent many hours doing this. And repairing it, fixing it, trying to get working. I pushed that back 2 or 3 times, had to rebuild this pretty much this entire side, the back side. I'm telling you, when I built this face, even though in my opinion it looks really nice, Pablo was throwing a fit because he thought it was a waste of iron, but comes time to find out iron wasn't ever a problem after building this farm. And that's just, well, obviously all of these beacons, well, I'll say there's a total of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's one over there, the white one, 7. So each one of those is made out of iron bases, and they are all max tiered. So that just tells you how much iron there was. And these all have villager things hooked to them, as you can see right there, and pathways to lead up to most of them. But yeah, like, they got broke over here, somebody tried to place a block. Unfortunately, this was right after somebody went through and destroyed quite a bit of stuff, so some of the stuff isn't repaired. This is a gold and zombie pigman from Flesh Farm. This is where all the gold swords were going. This was actually really fun as well. If I can get up here. Spiral staircase to bring us to the killing room. Yeah, again, somebody screwed with the farm and clogged it. I don't know why. I think probably because they broke something. There was zombie pigmen everywhere. Because they're AI aggression. But it did work really nicely. If you look at over here, there's some stats. Approximately 210 portals, and it spawns almost 2 pigmen per minute, which sounds pretty slow, but you try and build a farm, you know, like the such, and have it work as well as this one did. Yeah, again, that was all me mining out obsidian. Yeah, you can see there's one right there. But yes, 210 portals for this guy. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm not even kidding, that was like 4 double chests of glass as well. So it was ridiculous. I wanted to keep building onto it, but I think it had diminishing effect as you went up, because it wouldn't, I don't think they were spawning as well up there. So this was supposed to be an oak farm and a birch farm. I was going to do this for all what was it, 4 or 5 tree types, but never got around to it. There's these beacons all over the place that Juice put up. I'm going to kind of ignore them. I covered this in glass because there was a ravine down there. People kept falling in and such. Little dining room that Lauren kind of put together, or either Lauren or Scott. This is Scott's base. He spent quite a bit of time working on it. He has an iron golem farm. His base actually remained untouched. I'm going to show this off because this is actually kind of a cool base. Yeah, but his base remained untouched when the fire happened. He has all kinds of rooms that were never really finished. But he was on running around. He didn't have a mic, so he didn't really talk to anybody. But I personally really liked his base. He has this lower level, which I love. this looks really nice down here. Scott, if you are watching this for some reason, somehow, watch this later in the future or whatever. Really nice base. He's got an area to go down to his mining that I'm not going to bother going to. So the whole theme of this server was everybody kind of live in a centralized area. That's why it's so compact and dense over here. And we all trade, communicate, and such. Oh, there's a couple more beacons. Over here we got Jesse, who put in 08. And this is where I would farm slimes and such. There was Desert Temple over here. As you can see, that was one of the very first things that was actually raided. Many things were taken from it. It's kind of left in shambles, you can see. This was someone else's base. I can't remember whose base this was, but it was supposed to be like a hidden base underground. But a lot of us would get trapped and such. Actually, I never really... Okay. I never really got a chance to fully look at this before everything happened. Really do hope I'm not going over too long on time. So this was one of the very last things I had built before the server got destroyed. Matter of fact, you can see there's still stuff over here. I think this is what sparked me to back it up. But this is a witch farm, and this doesn't look like the standard typical witch farm. This is a witch farm from somebody that goes by the name Exuma Avoid. This is his 1.8 or 1.9 actually version of the witch farm, and I made this one because it's a little bit more efficient in my opinion, and it costs less. There's only a couple problems with it, and the spiders kept spawning it, which aren't supposed to actually spawn there. So the idea of it is you would sit up here on this platform, is far enough away that pretty much nothing in the area would spawn. You just pillar up. That's what these blocks are for. I'll show you where to pillar up. Yeah, you can hear a spider in there now. Yep, there they are. Anyways, so there's that. Very far off this way, it would have been easier to have went through the nether portals. And because this was created back, I don't even know what the title update was. A lot of these biomes obviously were old biomes and such. So a lot of it was not. So a lot of it's not the same. So I can't actually even give you guys a seed. But one reason why I originally picked this was we stand here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 witch huts. So this was never a project that was ever completed. It was a lot of work for me to take on. Yet again, this was done by me, just like the Air Witch farm. I built this one. I realized I built it wrong, so I never actually completed it. This was the old style version. I realized, you know what, we should slab stuff, and I didn't like it being slab, so I started removing it. It was just a mess. So it was never actually fully complete. This was temporary. If we pop down here, like I said, it was far too much work for me to take on by myself. So you fall down here, the witches fall down here. This is far enough to kill them. Alright. Okay. Anyways, that kind of shows what I was just saying. And then this hopper minecart would pick up their drops, and then out here you could collect the drops. And there was various different things that fell through here, but there's that. And then there was a couple portals here that synced up, didn't sync up, so there's all kinds of portals out here as well. But essentially you were supposed to stand here, and there was going to be 4 huts that were going, or 4 witch farms, because this was done on the Hermitcraft season 3 server. It was really nice, and there's another one out here. I think this is the one that pretty much hooked up to whatever nether system I had going. I kept trying to figure out how I could correct it. This, I think, is going to bring us back to the same portal that we were just at. No, okay, different portal. But yeah, I kept trying to figure out ways to correct it. This was the one that we just came through. I should break out this portal. But yeah, there was quite a few attempts to try and get this to sync up correctly. This is the other direction. I do have another server, the very first server, because this was a Season 2 server. So if you'd like to see that, let me know down in the comments. I know that Mark definitely wanted to, I believe it was Mark anyways, definitely wanted to seed the old server. So here it is. And I made these chambers. This was an idea that I got back in the old server. I made it really easy to kill wither skeletons, so I could get the skulls, so I can make the beacons. Like I said, there was like 7 beacons. And then this portal, I believe, brings us back to the overworld, my base. Anyways, I'm gonna go back through there. This was supposed to go, as you can see, all the way up to bedrock and get above. Because I was trying to build a gold farm up there, but nothing spawned above the bedrock back in this update. There is something else I can show you guys down that way. This was the spawn portal. There isn't much out that way. So this server did run through Halloween of, I want to say it was last year. This was not very safe over here. So in light of that, I created what you guys are going to see here. I spent many nights. Oh. Okay, well. Oh yeah, there was supposed to be path decorations with fire and pumpkins, jack-lanterns that was supposed to lead you through here. Maybe we can take a look at that if I can pull up a new one. Yes, this was never finished on this backup, unfortunately, so I can't actually show off, but there was a graveyard and such. There was a pumpkin farm over here. There was a haunted house with a bunch of tricks rooms. Alright, so that's going to do it for this view. I am going to pull up the one where everything is burnt down, or try to. You guys can actually see all the crap ton of freaking worlds I got. It would be called New Server Backup something. Those are all Season 3. Alright. New Server Backup 3. I don't want to load it up in Survival or Creative because this was the last backup I had in Survival. Actually, this was not the one I wanted to show you guys. My apologies. But yeah, you guys can kind of see. These bases, yeah, that was Jesse's. So we're going to exit. Let me see if I can find it here real quick for you guys. But as I was saying, thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have given me. I really do appreciate it. As I said, I read off all you guys' names. I'd just like to thank you guys for that. TU31 server, that might actually be it. I'm trying to think. No, because this has a mesa. Never mind. This is a world I was considering doing for one of our servers. That's the weirdest thing that I cannot find the save. Guys, got like a sneak peek of some various other worlds now as well. I'm going to look at the icons, I think. Unfortunately, I am offline, so it's not in order. So again, my apologies for that as well. I want to say it would be called new server. That's weird. I'm sure that I saved it. I'm sure that's here somewhere. If it was possible for me to do so, I'd throw some pictures in. But I'm not entirely sure if I have the capability of doing that with the software that I have. Oh, right here, new server. This might be it. If not, then my apologies. I can't find it right now. If I do find it, then there might be like a part 2 to this. Would be 100. Yes, this is it. This is unfortunately in survival as well. But yeah, you guys can see the mass devastation. Nothing's left of Pablo's storage room. My base had lava. I actually clogged up a lot of my little bit lava that was around my base. As you can see, not much is left. That's where the zombie was kept. Oh, I never showed this. This is a potion room that I built after the witch farm as well. I use pumpkins to try and stop lava and stuff. I was actually considering rebuilding this, but I don't think it's even possible. You can see stuff is still burning to this day, unfortunately. I don't think I can... Yeah, not much is left over. Oh, I forgot it was in survival. Crap. Yeah, my base is covered in lava. Lauren's base wasn't touched either. I mean, there was only like specific. It felt like specific individuals was actually targeted in this. In a way, this house was completely burnt down, which I really don't care about too much. I'm not even sure if I can. I won't fall in there. Yeah, I'm hurting pretty bad here. Actually, I think this was partially destroyed. Yup. I want to say my iron farm took a hit. Yep. I am playing survival right this second, so all my items, I had diamond gear and stuff on me, and that's all gone as well. Yeah, you can see the villagers are all over the place. They're gonna get killed. Should disable autosave to begin with. Yeah, it was very devastating to go on and see all of this. And I could not pin anyone right off the bat because there was so many death messages and such. It was ridiculous. Crap, we're gonna die. But essentially, that was all that there was. A lot of it was burned down. I never did show you guys the end. All we did was kill the end dragon. There was a long railway to get that 500-meter achievement back when it was like one of the only ones that we were missing. And anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, make sure you guys leave a like. I'll do more specials. I am possibly considering doing a 50 subscriber special when we do hit that, or 25 subscriber possibly, and maybe 150 episode subscriber, or special rather. For those who did manage to make it through the entire video, I'd appreciate if you guys left a like and a comment to let me know. If you're new around here and this is your first video, make sure you subscribe to join one of those many people, and I'll be able to write you a thank you down in the comments as well. But other than that, I'll catch you all next time. See ya.